Some updates have come out on Trey Holloman's potential destination for next season. I want to go through some of these schools with you. Before I list a few of the rumored destinations, it was an emotional conversation the last time that we discussed Holloman's entry to the portal. Have any of your thoughts changed on Holloman's departure from Michigan State since a week ago when we broke the news that he was going to the portal?
Uh, Hmm. I don't know. I still find myself confused. I guess why, given that like he probably knew Jace was going and he knew who was on the team, why he chose to leave. Um, but at the same time, if he wants to leave, then leave. I'll say that. I guess on this note, the begging for him to come back is insane to me. Absolutely insane. If he wanted to come back, I would not want him back, respectfully.
Okay. All right. Sounds like your feelings haven't changed all that much. Not that I expected them to, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like just in general, when you lose like a guy that the fan base truly loved, it's just hard to know how to react. There's the side that's like, we'll support you no matter what. And then there's the side that's like, F you for just lying to us. Not that he necessarily did lie. And then there's like the exposés written from family members. That's been interesting.
Yeah, God forbid a fan base is upset that a player left, but you know, we don't know the whole story, which we don't, which is why I'm at this spot. He chose to leave. He's gone. I don't even wish that he does bad his next stop. Hope he does well. Just
Yeah.
not my guy.
I don't love the like we have to get our story out there. Like how many people transfer? If every single player's mother needed to like write the reason why the fan base should still like just I don't
Yeah,
know.
and for a Michigan State publication to give someone the platform to write that, insane.
Yeah, I don't have any ill will to the publication on that, but I don't know. I find it strange. Um, anyways, here's the schools. This is per on three per Pete Nakos. I think I'm saying that last name right. Baylor, North Carolina, NC State, and Villanova will all get visits from Trey Holloman. Some big time schools there. Are you surprised that like a North Carolina is getting a visit from Trey Holloman?
A little bit, yeah. With all due respect to Trey Holloman, I thought that a school like North Carolina would maybe get a better player to be like the starting point guard of their team.
So you think if he's visiting North Carolina, you think North Carolina wants him to be the starting point guard on their team?
Maybe, or maybe they just want him to. Actually, that's fair. It's not fair to assume that they want that dude to be the starting point guard, I guess.
Yeah, I understand that that's what the Holloman family is telling everyone. I don't believe that at minimum three of these four schools are recruiting Trey Holloman to be their starting point guard.
But that's where I don't get because it's 100% a fact that he wanted more minutes.
It's 100% a fact that he wanted more multiple things.
Yes, but he for sure wanted more
He
minutes.
for sure wanted more minutes.
Yes.
Yes.
So are these schools giving him the minutes he wanted? Giving him one of the four M's that he wants.
I feel like you know how we did like March Madness for Dummies?
Hmm.
I feel like my body language PhD is like trying real hard to just like sit this one out. But I feel like I got to teach like the chalkboard class on 101 transfer portal for dummies. Sometimes one plus one equals two, folks. Sometimes that's what it is. I tried to warn Illinois fans of this like weeks ago when I was like, hey, probably unlikely your school wants Christoph Tilly if Merez Johnson and Tama Visic are both back. That's probably not how it works, right?
Hmm.
Um, Sometimes like there's obvious writing on the wall here. And if Trey Holloman is leaving a place where he would have started and played 32 minutes a game at the two for other schools where he presumably will play exactly that role or worse, maybe there is a reason that might be different than what they're saying is the reason. He's not going to start at point guard for any of these schools other than maybe NC State. Who knows? But even that, I would be stunned. I would be stunned if Will Wade in year one is like Trey Holloman is my starting point guard.
Hmm.
I don't think that's what's going on here. I think these are schools that are willing to pay Trey Hollowman. Honestly, willing to overpay Trey Hollowman. I think that is the four schools on this list, and they're going to get a really good player for that. But I don't think it has anything to do with the role that is being said is the story here to me. We interrupt this sleepers video to talk directly to you, our loyal listener. Have you ever found yourself watching us two idiots thinking, hey, I wish there was a very easy, small way for me to show a token of my appreciation for all of their hard work on all these videos I love to watch? Well, now we have just the way to do that.
Thanks to the beautiful folks over at Underdog Fantasy. They are helping us out this month, presenting a lot of the content coming out this month, giving you a chance with an amazing offer that you can use using our promo code that Gregory will tell you more about.
Yeah, so college hoop season's over, but we got like big time golf tournaments. The NBA playoffs are coming. Baseball season's underway. There's still a bunch of sports on. There's still a bunch of ways to play with Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SLEEPERS. As a new customer, you can get up to 1,000 bonus credits plus a free pick. It's one of the most fun ways to play. It's a great way to support us. And on some actual like non-ad read stuff, talking genuinely here, really helps us because if Underdog loves us, if we get a lot of people to sign up, they're going to help us continue to bring you the content that you love. Show your support. Join Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get up to $1,000 in bonus credits and a free pick. If that was true, there'd be different schools on this list.
That could very well be true. That could very well be true. I don't get this.
Like if he wants to go play 40 minutes at point guard, put Butler on the list.
Yeah, but the thing is, like
Put
you said,
DePaul on the list.
you said the same role at like who on Michigan State plays 32 minutes.
Well, we're talking next year's team, which right now has a Jaden Akins and Jace Richardson sized hole at the off
And
guard
and
spot.
and you know what? I feel like Tom Izzo's still gonna find a way not to play somebody over 27 minutes because he's a psycho.
I mean, if we think the 25 minutes a game thing is here to stay for everyone, then I guess I can buy that. He just wants to go to a school that will play. But I would like if he goes to North Carolina, I'm going to bet the under on 25 minutes a game next year.
Yeah,
How many
probably.
minutes did Seth Trimble play this year?
I'm not sure.
Let me check for you. Seth Trimble played 28 minutes a game, started half the games. Trey Holloman feels like a poor man Seth Trimble.
Unless he's playing the one
Do you think that's what's happening here?
that Trey Holloman is gonna go be PG1 for somebody.
Do you think North Carolina is recruiting Trey Holloman to come start at point guard while they also recruit Xavier Lee
I think that Trey Holloman is an option, yeah.
to start at point guard?
To start, yeah, start wherever. Start, yes.
Okay.
And get paid.
That's for sure happening. No
Yeah,
matter which one of these four schools he picks.
yeah. So
Position and role are very he said, she said right now.
it's very true.
Baylor, NC State, and North Carolina are all going to pay you.
Yeah. All those schools don't have point guards currently, though, right?
I mean, I'd have to look at NC State to be honest with you, but you're talking
Yeah.
Rob Wright left Baylor.
Nova, no point guard. UNC's point guard left,
Yeah, I guess so.
but I mean, obviously, you probably want to get a better point guard than Trey Holloman, but could have worse backup point guards that maybe end up being your starting point guards in the world.
I think he's a good ad for all these teams. I just like if you're trying to tell me that North Carolina and Villanova want Trey Holloman to start at point guard, it's not my interpretation of what's happening here. But again, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking
Yeah.
for you. I understand we gotta we got to fall in line with the story that has been publicized.
Yeah. So you think so? Where do you think he ends up?
Um, I see. I'm as clueless as you are on what he actually wants here. If he actually wants to start at guard, NC State is the one on this list that I think would let him do that. I think North Carolina wants better players than Trey Holloman and is actively recruiting a bunch of them. I think Baylor is heavily involved for a lot of good players that have more upside than Trey Holloman. I think Villanova, who knows what is happening at Villanova right now, to be honest. But I mean, Villanova was trying to get Gillespie and Rodney Rice. Like,
And they didn't.
they didn't, but
So now they pivot.
him going to play for Willard would be crazy.
It'd be funny. It'd be funny if he was Villanova starting point guard.
What should Trey Holloman do? If these are the four options, what do you think he should do?
Go get your biggest money.
Which you think is where?
Who's got the biggest bag out of those schools? Maybe NC State?
I can't imagine they got more money than Carolina. No?
Does Carolina actually have money? I feel like Carolina takes the MSU approach with how they dish out money.
I mean, I think Hubert Davis is very Juwan Howard-esque. I think there's money that Hubert hasn't figured out how to get.
Oh, then yeah, UNC.
Like, you know how
Yeah.
Michigan was super poor with Juwan, and then all of a sudden they're rich.
Hmm.
I think that's what's going on with North Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah. So whatever the biggest bag is, so check, yeah, whichever one that school would fit the mold of.
Okay. Do you have a formal prediction on where he'll end up?
Villanova.
Okay. I'm gonna go maybe bold prediction here. I don't think he's gonna end up at any of these four schools. I think he's gonna like weird commit somewhere else that is not publicized as one of these four visits.
Yeah. Who I I still don't understand.
Or I think like him and his mom are gonna visit and be like, so I want 35 minutes in point guard. And every one of these schools is gonna be like, no. And then he's gonna be like, okay, and commit elsewhere.
Yeah, that honestly, I vote for that.
If that happens, he might come back to Michigan State, truly.
Not welcome.
You would close the door. If Trey Holloman today was like, I want to return, you would say no, thank you.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. And it wouldn't be cordially no thank you either.
Does that mean that unequivocally he is not a Spartan dog for life?
Not for me. I'm good.
So Spartan dog for life is not a real thing
Not to me, no.
because you can't be a Spartan dog for life if you abandon the program.
Hmm.
Is he still a Spartan dog just without for life?
I have erased him from Spartan Dog lore.
All right, that's tough. Honestly, this rivalry losing both Fat Brooks and Trey Holloman in a week-long span is a lot for us to overcome.
Logo's overrated.
What a year it was for us, man. What a year. Trey Holloman, good luck on your four visits. I hope that you and your family find exactly what you are looking for.